guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be playing with the Subculture palette. I'm so excited. I got this in the mail yesterday and I immediately opened it and swatched for the colors. They are gorgeous. This palette is so rich, so creamy, so pigmented, all of the words that I know you've already heard about it because it is just that awesome. It's just as awesome as the Modern Renaissance palette, if not more so, because this one I feel me personally, I think this is a more versatile palette. So I think that if you like bold looks but you like cool and warm looks, this is going to be for you. But also if you like more simple looks, you don't have to go this bold with it. You can do simple things and then add pops of color on the lower lash line and still incorporate that fun color into your look. So I'm excited about the Subculture palette, I'm excited about this look, and I'm excited about other things that I'm going to be doing for you in later videos with this palette. So, that was the back with this palette. So anyway, if you want to see how I did this, then just keep on watching. Ow, my lash glue wasn't dried all the way and my lash stuck together. Oh. Boo. Okay, so let's get started. I have the Subculture palette right here with me. I have opened it already. These last 2 days have been so crazy busy, I haven't had time to play with it at all, but I just took it out of the box. Here's what it looks like. It does come with a brush, and I've swatched 3 of these colors already. I swatched Axis, Untamed, and I swatched 4, Electric and Adorn. So I'm so excited to get to play with this palette. I have not even put it on my eyes a single time yet, so pumped to be showing this to you first of all, and also to be playing with it. So I want to show you the comparison to, yes, I keep my Modern Renaissance palette in the box still because I'm so weird like that. This would get dirty so quick, which it already has gotten dirty. Imagine if it wasn't in the box. That'd be so bad. But we have the Modern Renaissance palette compared to the Subculture palette. Here's what they look like on the inside. So we've got Modern Renaissance on top, Subculture on the bottom. That's the comparison between the two. Obviously, the Modern Renaissance is super, super warm. Everything about it is just warm all the way. There's some warm shades in the Subculture palette, but there's also some really cool shades, which I'm excited to play with today. I did want to try to do a look with this purple, but I'm not brave enough to do that yet. I think I want to stick to maybe like this teal color, the greenish blue, and then this color looks really cool, and maybe play around with some of these oranges and yellows. I don't know, we'll see. Also, the brushes are the same. So this is the Subculture brush. It's nice and fluffy on this end, and it's like a flat shader brush on that end. And then we have, this is the Modern Renaissance brush, fluffy and shader. I will say this is a pretty decent brush. I like it. Oh look, the tips are different. The colors are different on the end. Uh-oh. Okay, this one's Modern Renaissance. Yeah. This one loses hairs a good bit, and I'm not a huge fan of that. I see it the most when I'm cleaning it. I don't often see it come off on my eye, so that's good, but I still, meh, and it's kind of scratchy. But the shader side's really nice and fluffy. Okay, so I'm sweating watching everybody's videos these days, and they're like, it's so hot here in insert place here, and I'm like, you have not been to Louisiana. They're like, oh, we have to wait until night to go outside because it's just so hot, and I'm like, you can't even go outside at night here. It's still, right now, it is 9 o'clock at night, and according to my weather app, it is 97 degrees outside right now. 9 o'clock at night. The feels like is 108. Anyway, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start using this brush. Let's go in with Dawn first. This shade right there. Ooh, wow. So immediately when I put the brush in, powder flew everywhere, which is the same thing with the Modern Renaissance palette. So I'm gonna tap that off real nicely. And just go in as like a transition shade. I think this is gonna be a really pretty shade to kind of blend my skin tone in with the rest of the powders. Let me show you this time. So, see if we can get it to focus. And then watch, I'll tap it off right here. Could you see that? It's crazy. Anyway, so make sure you always tap off the excess, or else when you go in, that first spot that you touch is gonna be like, boom, color. So that's just something to be mindful about. Okay. Oh gosh, let me zoom you in. What are you doing way back there? This is what we have so far. This may be my favorite transition shade ever. I don't know if I'm saying this because it's new and I'm just like, wow, but wow, look at it on my eyes. Like, it's just perfect for my skin tone, I feel like. Okay, let's go in with this Real Techniques brush, number 203. Into the shade New Wave right here. I'm gonna keep it pretty low, although because I have hooded eyes, I like to keep colors above the crease that would normally go in the crease, because I feel like that makes my eyes look more open. So I'm gonna tuck it right in that little hole. That's really pretty too, and that it's so pigmented. Oh, by the way, I have already primed my eyelids with concealer, just like I would normally do, and set that with a setting powder. So that looks yellow in the pan, but it's coming off really orange. Can you see that? It's very different. Like on my eye, it's the color of my Real Techniques blending sponge. But in the pan, it's a more muted color. It's interesting. I like it. I like it the way it's coming off on the eye. Okay, let's do Edge, which is this yellow color here. And I'm gonna fluff that pretty much in the same place. Actually, I'm gonna keep that up a little higher since we didn't put much color right there. I'm gonna go into Untamed right here, which is this cool greenish color on the flat end of this brush. And I'm gonna make like a halo look. So I'm gonna put it here. And then I'm also gonna work it on the inside. Then I'm gonna blend that out. And link it together with the fluffy side. So I'm blending with the fluffy side, can you see? So I'm gonna go back in to Untamed, tap off the excess, and continue to deepen that up. So now I'm just gonna blend that back and forth. And when you blend, even though I'm trying to concentrate this in the crease, those colors on the lower lid tend to get washed out. So I'm just gonna do this a couple times, going back into Untamed several times, which is right there in case you forgot. Going back into Untamed, really packing that on because I really want that to be nice and rich. Because this is an amazing color. Okay, let's blend that out. one last time. So now I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I did end up arching that a little higher, which, yeah, let's just go in and fill that in like that. Okay, I like that better. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with New Wave again and go right back into that crease to give that color some more color. Gonna try not to make this look too muddy now. Let's go in with a little more Untamed over here. And blend it out. Okay, let me go back in with a little more Edge. See if I can brighten that crease up a little. Edge was this yellow color right here. Oh yeah, that's exactly what that needed. Okay, so now I'm gonna go with the flat end of the brush onto New Wave here. And I'm gonna run that underneath. And I think I'm just gonna do New Wave down here because I like how bright it is. But I'm taking it all the way from the outside to the inside. Okay, you know what? I missed some of that brightness on top. Let's take that and like just kind of place it up here. Like that, yeah. Then I'm gonna blend that out with this side. So I think this will be a good time to say, it's important to remember that whatever you do with your makeup is your choice. You can do whatever you want and you are the boss of it, you know what I mean? I'm going in with a flat shader brush. I'm gonna use this one from e.l.f. So I'm going to go into the shade Electric and I'm gonna put that right on the center of my eyelid. You know what? I may need to wet this. I may need to add some concealer to the middle too. So let me add a little dab of concealer, like the smallest amount. So I'm gonna work it in just with my finger. Just to give the shadow that we're about to lay down a base. So if I'm looking straight ahead, I want that to kind of be right in the center. So back into Electric. So I'm taking this e.l.f. not e.l.f., Wet n Wild setting spray. So I'm gonna wet the brush, but I'm gonna hold it way out and then just kind of fan the brush through it. Then I'm going back into Electric. And that gives me a little more pigment. It's really pretty. Okay, so now that I have that in place, I'm going to take this side of the brush and just kind of, this was the flat brush that I used for that, and just kind of go back over it with the blue to blend everything back together so that it's literally like a halo right on top of my eyes. Okay, now I'm gonna try to do some winged liner and some lashes, and I'll be right back. Ta-da! So I have liner and lashes and mascara on now, and I'm ready for the lips. So I have 3 different lip options because I wasn't sure how warm or cool this was gonna turn out. So I got a cool brown and then some warmer colors. I think I actually like this one with it. I think that's really cool and it's gonna be really pretty for fall. This is 0.0 by Colourpop and Kathleenlights. So I'm just gonna go in. It is an ultra matte lip, I think. I don't know. It wore off of the side. All right, so this is it. Let me back you up so you can see the whole look. All right, guys, so this was the finished look. I hope you really enjoyed it. I know I really enjoyed playing with the Subculture palette, and I cannot wait to create more looks like this. I do plan on doing more videos with some of the warmer tones, some of the pinks and the purples in here. I know those are gonna be fun, and I think this is gonna be like my #1 palette this fall. I can already tell. This is such a fun look for fall. I cannot wait. Not only because of the heat, but because of this makeup, you know what I mean? And I hope you do come back for more. Bye.